Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing today, this evening, wherever you may be in this world? Hope all is well with you. If you're in the northern states of the United States, Canada, anywhere experiencing this very cold weather and snow, etc., etc., my blessings are with you. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I'm sending love, light, and energy to you. Um, Mental health support, I suppose, you know. So I hope everybody's housed up and warm and safe. Because I know what it's like being out in this kind of weather. I lived in it for 2.5 years in Southern Oregon, so I know. I know what it's like to be outside in cold, cold weather. And all you have is what you can, keep putting on your body to warm your body up, I think I came on here tonight to just release some emotion, release some things that are on my mind, and give a little bit of a rundown about what's been going on with me lately. If you hear any kind of popping noise in the background, it's because I got my little poppet here. Kind of keeps my hands occupied, I guess, Um, it's a sensory thing too, I guess. Um, so basically, I work Friday through Monday, and I have Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays off. I will describe my job a little bit. It's not difficult though. I'm just a grocery cashier, so basically any grocery store in America you go to that has a cashier scans your things once you put them up on the belt and packs them in a bag for you. Okay? No, I don't work for Walmart. I used to years ago when Kelsey was really little. I worked for Walmart from like 2001 to 2005, I think it was. About 4 years. Um, so that's my job, okay? Well, I'm 54 and a half years old. And I've been doing this kind of work for a long time. And I'm not as young as I used to be. And my body isn't as flexible as it used to be. So I get body aches and pain on occasion. Today I woke up, my left arm was killing me, mainly from the middle of my forearm all the way up into my shoulder and neck region right there. Hurting really, really, really bad. And then I also woke up and my eyes were like, really watery, and I had tears coming out of my eyes, down my cheeks. And I kept coughing and coughing, and every time, and I needed to blow my nose. And every time I would try to blow my nose and take a breath in to go blow my nose, then I'd start coughing. So I was basically having this like allergy attack, I guess is what I would call it, refer to it. Because it was allergy, I would believe, I do believe it's allergy related. And change of weather and all those things. So I called into work. I didn't want to because every day that I don't work, I lose $100. And I know everybody out there nowadays is having a tough time just keeping the roof over their head, the utilities on, etc., etc. So I'm not even going to ask anybody to donate any funds or anything like that because it's pointless in my mind. But if there is somebody out there wanting to help me out, I think my Cash App information's on my page somewhere. In my description box, I believe it is. And if it's not, and you really want to help me out, just leave a comment and I'll give you the info. So anyways, I called in today because I have to work tomorrow. And then I'm going to have 3 days off, right? Well, probably within 15 minutes after I called in, she's messaging me back telling me that my assistant manager said that I needed to have a doctor's note. And I was like, for what? Arm pain in my arm and allergies? She messaged me back and she's like, well, that's what Greg said. And Greg's our main boss, our store manager. That's what Greg said. People have to have a doctor's note if they call in. Well, I know the reason why they do it. It will prevent people from calling in. But here's the thing. I've worked at this job since the beginning of August of 2023. And I can tell you the exact dates I've called in. October 9th, December 23rd, and January 14th, today. I've called in 3 times since I've worked there since August 2nd. So 5.5 months I've called in 3 times. One time was because I was sick. That was October 9th. The second time was because I had to watch my granddaughters while my son-in-law and daughter were at the hospital with my grandson when he had those eye issues. And now today. So, I gotta get up in the morning and, so let me finish saying that she told me these things and I messaged her back. Oh, and then she messaged me and said, oh, and by the way, I got your shift covered. Because after she messaged me that back, I thought, maybe they'll just let me come in a couple hours later, And I was about to ask her, well, hey, is there any way I can just come in and do a 2 to 9 tonight or something, or a 2 to 8. But she messaged me back and said that she already had gotten the shift covered. And I was like, wow, I was thinking, wow, somebody must have answered their phone pretty quick and accepted it, the offer. So I didn't bother, to say anything. So I was just like, okay, well, thanks, for letting me know. So I guess I'm going to get up in the morning, try to call and talk to my boss, Greg, and see if he really has to have that piece of paper. Because I'm going to tell him, dude, it was my arm. My arm was hurting all day. In the morning when I woke up, the arm pain probably went away around 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Only because I've been resting all day, and not overworking it or anything. And my allergies, well, my allergies are my allergies. But coughing as much as I was. But, it is what it is. Are you going to let me come back to work today or not, So if you're not going to let me come back to work today without a note, then I got to work on trying to get into a doctor that I can't afford to see. I don't have the money to see. I don't have insurance. To be told what? When the issues that I called in for aren't really testable, and they're definitely not going to test me for anything else. Nope. No how, no way. So anyway, that's been my day, because basically I just got on the, I got on YouTube and talked to a friend earlier today, this afternoon, for a little while, and, just did a backyard StreamYard type thing. And then I ate food, made me some food, did my dishes, basically just chilled out. I laid here, tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't go to sleep. Too many things going through my head, you know. And of course, you know, I've been on Face Crackland and Booby Tooby Streets today, but very busy, you know. Oh, and I watched that movie Children of the Corn. It's on Prime Video. I wanted to watch the second one, but you have to obviously rent or buy it. I don't give it to y'all, you know, in one shot. But I watched that movie, and I watched Superman 2 the other night, like a couple nights ago. I think it was like Friday night. Thursday or Friday night, one of those. I watched Superman 2. Today I watched Children of the Corn. I'm trying to think of some other movies I watched here recently. I watched the Divergent series not too long ago. Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant, or something like that. And I watched those probably about a week or so back. And then yeah, basically my life's pretty simple. Too simple sometimes. The reason why I say it's too simple sometimes is because all I do is work and come home. The only time I ever see anybody out apart from work is if my daughter calls me and needs something, or I go over there to see them for whatever reason, you know. On occasion I'll see my mom or talk to my mom, but I haven't in a minute. She never makes the attempt or effort to call me at me, and I don't make the effort to really call or contact her either. So here I sit, you know. I try to reach out to people, but people have their own lives, you know. People have their own things going on in their own lives that they have to deal with. And I understand that. I get that. Sometimes my heart breaks for people that are in the situations that they're currently in, because that's their life lesson, I guess, and there's nothing I can do to try to help them or anything like that. It's like, you know, they gotta go through that situation themselves. Just like me. The path I'm on, nobody else can take it for me. Only I can do it. And I know I want things to change in different ways, different avenues, you know. Some things that I want to change are changes that I think most of society, if not all of society, would benefit from. But it just seems like there's too many obstacles in the way, you know. There's things I want to do for me, but at the same time I don't know what those things are. And I'm going to sit here and honestly say those things. You know why? Because they're true. My whole life I never had a passion for one thing. I had an interest in many things. And here I am at 54 years old, and sometimes I feel like, what's the point, you know? I feel like sometimes I feel like my life's been meaningless, because what do I have to really show for it? But then I think, I have my daughter and my 3 grandbabies. I have my daughter Kelsey, It was so beautiful. She has the most beautiful heart. She is an awesome mom. And loves her kids with all of her heart. So I couldn't ask for better than that, from her. Then I got my, grandbabies. I got my Everly, I got my Cadence, and I got my Finn, my Finn. My Finn man. He's a month old now, and he's growing like a weed, he's putting on the weight. And it's funny because he has a little old man look because of his brow up here. When he does his brow, he's got these like wrinkles up in here, and you can see where his hairline's gonna be. When he gets older, he's got really, really, really blonde hair and really blue eyes right now. His eyes are still kind of dark blue, but I think they'll eventually lighten up like Everly's did. And they have really beautiful blue eyes and blonde hair. Now, my Cadence, she's got brown hair like her mama and brown eyes like me and her mama. When Kelsey was first born, she had blue eyes. And they stayed this really pretty blue for a while, and then they eventually started changing and making their way to brown. And they went through all the steps, going from blue to brown. And they were pretty in every step, But she eventually ended up with these really pretty brown eyes. And so that's what my Cadence has. My Cadence has really pretty brown hair like her mama and beautiful brown eyes as well. And like I said, my man Finn, well, he's got blonde hair from what little bit of hair he has, and blue eyes. So I guess if there's any reason for me to exist and have purpose for it, it would be those four that I just mentioned, Other than that, though, I don't really feel like I serve a purpose here on Earth that much because I don't have anybody else around me. I don't have anybody beating down my door or ringing my phone off the hook wanting to spend time with me or get to know me or hang out with me or any of those things. I'm just another person behind the screen when it comes down to it. Because most of the people I talk to live thousands of miles away from me. Or on the other side of the earth. In a different time zone completely. And in a different season in some instances. I guess the main reason why I'm making this video is because, well, I just feel like I needed somebody to talk to, and well, I'm making a video so I can talk to all of you guys, I guess. But like I said, I pretty much lead a life of solitude. I sometimes, be careful what you wish for in life, because truly, the universe does conspire to bring everything that you truly wish for in your heart to fruition. I wished for Daryl about a year before he came into my life, and he was everything I asked for. On that night, standing in the shower having a mental breakdown over the loss of Kelsey's dad. And I made a wish and I got it. Daryl and I made a lot of wishes too, and we got our wishes. Daryl's main wish was to leave the face of this planet, and he got that wish too. That's probably why I don't wish for certain things anymore, because they're not always going to be how I want them to be. The universe is going to give them to me in a way so I can learn from it. Just like when a person asks for more patience, how do you think a person learns patience? They're given situations and scenarios to make them patient, you know? If a person wants to be more loving, then the universe is going to place in their path experiences to make them more loving, you know? Because that's how we learn, is through experiences. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be learning on my path. Unless it's how to love myself. Because sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the bad person in my reality. And maybe that's why I don't have many friends. Because I'm the bad person. Maybe that's it. I don't feel that in my heart. Because I don't think I'm the bad person. But I had a friend tell me one time that my love emits so bright and so fierce that sometimes I guess it can ward people off. And those that do take a chance on getting to know me, and they all eventually leave anyway. Somehow, some way. Everybody leaves. Everybody dies. So I guess that's why, in a way, I've kind of made my life the way I've made my life, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I enjoy my life 100% of the time, the way it is. I'd really like to meet somebody to share my life with. Somebody with a lot of interests of mine, same interests. Somebody with some interest of mine that they're good at, that I have an interest in, you know? And maybe they can show me new things. I will say this, I'm always looking for a challenge when it comes to certain things, like my jobs. I get bored really quick. That's probably why I've had so many jobs so far in my life, doing different things. I need a challenge, you know, something to stimulate my brain all the time. If I don't have anything in my life that's a challenge, I get bored very quickly. So bored. And I guess that's where the self-love comes in, because I could get up and do other things, you know, where I wouldn't be bored. But I'm not a highly motivated person either. I know these things, see, about myself. That's the thing. I know these things about myself. I know these things that hinder me. Yeah, here I am, still trying to figure out how to deal with them and how to change them. Looks like my timer's almost up. And, like I said, I gotta call in the morning. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Upload this video. Try to get some sleep. Get up in the morning and start a new day, I suppose. See how that day goes. But tonight, I'm gonna try to drift off into dreamland and to the ether and to the after realm, or the astral realm, whatever you want to call it. Wherever dreams occur. And see what happens. See if I can bring some dreams to reality. Till the next time, YouTube, y'all have a great night. Peace, love, hugs, nugs. Smoke it if you got it. And until the next time, I'm out.